Hello and welcome to the D&D stream. Today we are about to start D&D. First, we're getting everyone prepared, limbered up, loosened up, preparing their accents.
I'm not doing a Russian accent.
You only do the Russian accent when you do Sylvan, though.
True.
So while we wait, I'm going to scroll down my 80-something pages of D&D lore to get to where we are. Okay.
I will be the most Australian.
Yes, D&D.
Ya drongos.
There we go. This is.
Now I'm homesick from where I used to live.
So let us.
I really wanted to check potatoes.
Everyone, let us introduce ourselves one at a time. First is me, your boy, Disturbed Engineer. Back at it again with another episode of AG Unification, and
I will beat your ass.
And spoiler alert, y'all just lost the game. Pip, it's your turn.
Fuck you. Hi, I'm Keone. I'm gonna kick God's ass, apparently. I am the rabbit folk fae, I guess, princess, who is sweet as hell and likes to cause chaos with deals, and apparently does not like vampires.
We have 3 new players where we'll introduce them as they get introduced in the game. So for now, Firewall, Wetware, and Tazen are skipped. Thorin, my gamer, my main man, my gist.
Angry dwarf barbarian with a death wish.
You heard it here first. All dwarves.
I don't know. Dulcan has a bigger death wish.
So now, back to the gamers. Welcome to the game. We last left off. Keone is in the market square as Thorn just walks back. Finally finds her after a little bit of a crowd dissipates. It's a nice day. The only people there seeming to be people passing by wearing their giant costumes of monsters, men, and the like. Until you hear something. Both. It sounds like sparking, strangely enough. As suddenly, you hear something. A giant shock of electricity shoots out behind you. You watch as 2 balls of electricity starts to form. Oh dear God.
What is happening?
I don't know. But anyways. 2 balls of electricity start to form, and with a giant flash, you see 2 beings there. Who would like to describe themselves first? Wetware or Firewall?
Okay. Do I describe myself meta-like, or do I... Am
Your
I in
physical
character
appearance.
Telling strangers? Okay. I am a 10-foot-tall insectoid monster with a knife sticking from my face, with gleaming silver carapace and blue skin. My eyes are black with digital LEDs blinking inside of it, and my tail is made of crystal, swishing animalistically.
And Wetware? We will have to wait for her to type because she is using a text box.
Wetware has a speech impediment. I'm sorry.
It's alright. My Twitch chat is very, 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 very understanding.
And if they're not, I'll kick their ass. I'm a violent person.
Yep.
Oh fuck, I opened Steam! No, my frames are going down! No! Anyways, back to the game. You have lost it.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
I have the Great Listener badge. You cannot defeat me.
I don't care.
Anyways, back to let's see.
I am 11 feet tall insectoid monster with a similar carapace and gleaming black lead eyes. My antennae are extra long and my skin is gleaming copper.
As they both pop in, you watch as a small crowd has formed as they start to clap, as they think this is just part of the fair. Firewall, you are surrounded by a bunch of people slapping their meat fists together and cheering.
Please.
How do you react?
I let out an unknowable shriek that sounds like two audio receptors being flushed together to make that terrible feedback loop noise.
As you do, you watch as some of the crowd dissipate as they kind of hold their ears and some of them just say, fuck this isn't good. Though some of the crowd still stay looking there, more in so in amazement than anything else.
I then turn to one particular member of the crowd that hasn't budged an inch. It seems slow and stupid to not run from me, so I grab it.
Which player do you grab?
I grab Thorin.
Thor, you grab the spiky dwarf.
Yes.
You lift him up. What do you do?
My antennae then they're all feely and wiggly like, and they stretch out and go down into his mouth.
Oh. Do you
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is
do
going.
you accept this, Thorin?
No.
Okay, make a strength saving throw. And Fyro, make a athletics check to see if this works.
How do I do?
I know what I'm doing.
You roll a 1d20 plus whatever your athletics is.
Okay.
I forget. Is that a grapple?
Technically, yes.
I think the defender gets to use acrobatics.
They can if they want, but he has higher strength saving throw than acrobatics.
Okay, so he can use athletics.
Can I use Doodle's roll?
Why?
It's a 19.
15. So, you know what? Yeah, let's say that. Wetware. And so, Firewall, you watch as he immediately breaks out of your grip, and you no longer are doing. And he immediately kind of backs up as you're now being stared at by him and a rabbit folk right beside her.
Okay. Sorry.
May I ask why you were trying to do that?
As a character or just on the table?
As a character.
I was trying to absorb common tongue.
Was that a Starfire reference?
Yes.
I hit my wrist on my desk.
Let me kiss you.
Oh my god.
Does Wetware do the same thing?
We both appeared in this realm in a ball of lightning. Why would any of us speak English?
True.
Good
We're a
point.
hive mind, so only one of us needs to do it. So I guess which one of us is cuter?
Is it called English in universe?
It's called
It's
common.
No, it's
called
just
common.
common.
It's common because it's common. Now let's get on to this.
So I just turned to my similar species partner. 01100110011001110.
What do you respond with?
One oh 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 one 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 oh 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 one 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 one.
Why did that sound like an old school cheat for like a first generation Mario game?
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's close.
Anyways, back to what we were doing. What do you respond to with this?
10011100011100011100110101010101010.
You see a small gremlin appear. Tazen, explain your character, please.
All right. little tiny, probably 3'2", goblin-looking figure with a bright red hair, adorning leather armor, and just carrying around this wicked-looking sword on her side. Kind of looking up at these big things that are just speaking nonsense.
You see that the small crowd has started to dissipate as they got bored of this. Firewall and wetware. You can type in what you want to do. So let's see here. Oh, wetware is typing. Let's see what she has to do.
I grabbed the tiny Tesna
Tesna, do you let this happen?
No, I do not let this
with
happen.
shocking touch.
Oh, don't attack him, please!
Wow, what the fuck? That's messed up.
He's a baby boy.
She's gonna fuck you up now. Playing.
Oh dear.
I need to learn the language.
Okay, will you let her learn the language? It's just a kiss.
I'm
Somehow
honestly
the
probably
local
the worst
fight.
person.
It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss.
She is
I
not
did it
getting
under
grabbed.
practice. It was only a kiss. Oh
not getting
shit.
grabbed
I
by
need to
things.
taser motherfucker.
No.
Okay, make an
I do not-
attack
I do not
against him.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's an attack.
So roll a d20 plus whatever the shocking grasp is to see if you can. If this succeeds, let's just say that the time is just enough for you to give him the smooch of a lifetime.
Just fine. I'm gonna go on.
Let's see
Because
what
I
you.
want it all.
11. What's your AC?
14.
You watch as the electronic hand misses.
You wanna fight?
011000110.
Why are you saying numbers?
0000.
What?
I count.
I'm going to.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I pounce at the aggressor, the tiny Tesna.
Okay, roll an athletics check.
Okay. Oh god, I'm so switching through these channels.
What am I rolling?
You're rolling an acrobatic saving throw for the love of God. You gotta survive
Okay.
this.
Alright.
Okay, you have to beat a 7.
I got. How do I see my acrobatic score? Fuck.
It's in skills.
Acrobatics is dexterity.
Oh, I see it. Okay, no, I got it. I got it. Yeah. Whoops. Roll 20 brain on me. Hold on. Easy.
You watch as the tiny goblin scoots out of the way as falling onto the ground is firewall.
Okay, it's go time. And she will go ahead and light her sword on fire. And you see this flame tongue erupt from her sword.
As this happens,
You want to fight?
you watch as a paladin comes up and says, "Whoa there! What is going on here?"
They're assaulting me.
Abraham?
Ah, the slightest spot.
No, it's a familiar voice.
Wait, you gave him that voice?
He's trying to pretend and failing
Oh, I
on
was
his
gonna
rules.
say, if you gave him that voice, we gonna have a fight later.
100010101010101111111111111.
He casts comprehend language and looks at you and says, "Can you say that again?"
It is technically.
Well, can you at least explain?
Wait. You
Yeah,
speak Comoniary.
I cast a spell so I can understand you. What exactly are you doing?
I think the language is supposed to be called Commonary.
Can we just call it binary?
Yeah, whatever. There's some sort of pun between binary and common.
He looks at you and says,
Just-
"Why exactly are you assaulting these?" And you hear this too. Firewall, as you're on the ground.
Who are you, and why do you speak Binoran?
I'm a follower of the gods. May the divines bless you, and I'm just trying to sort this mess out. So, what are you trying exactly to do? I cast a spell so I can understand you. Is that alright?
What are you, and where is the rest of our partition?
I have no idea what that is, sir.
What have you done to us?
We have done nothing. You're just here.
We are thousands.
You look like you're only 2.
And yet we are only 2.
Okay, so does that stop you from explaining
Where is
exactly
the
what's
rest
happening?
gone?
You're asking questions I don't know. Listen, we can sort this out.
What have you done to the rest of our hive mind?
We don't do anything. I don't even know. Are you talking? What? You see that the paladin is getting a lot more confused as you guys are just hearing 0101 and his responses.
Keone is going to walk up to the paladin, whisper in his ear in Sylvan, "What is happening?"
He gives you an
Not doing
exaggerated.
this.
He gives you an exaggerated shrug and says, "I'm trying to figure it out." Hey,
Do they not speak common, Sylvan, anything?
no, they're speaking a new language, so I'm trying to figure out what exactly to do. Is there any way you can learn our language fast?
Do you consent to a download?
What does this download entail?
Telepathy. Do you consent to a sharing of mental knowledge?
He takes a deep breath and says, "Okay, let's see it."
We roll for.
No, you don't roll it for
we roll
anything.
for telepathy. Okay, so I just we put both our antennas to your foreheads, and our eyes start to flash with green numbers rapidly scrolling down as we download the necessary information.
You download the necessary information to learn common.
Yes.
What exactly do you try to get more knowledge?
And I guess, can we go for the general setting? Not so much current events. just
Roll
like-
one of you roll a d20 plus sleight of hand.
Mario. That's not the
Okay.
voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice. But
Uh,
Mario. That's not the voice.
where do you want to do this for me? I can find where the roll thing is. I'm just scrolling up and down. The plus sleight of hand, you say?
Sleight of hand. Your hand is slight. Yeah, boy. You not only get the general setting, but his mind. You know that he isn't a real paladin. You know he is, to say, a lover of that bunny rabbit thing beside of him.
What the fuck is that?
You understand?
Who's causing FNAF 1 kitchen sounds right now.
You're good. Anyways, as I was saying, you find out he's from the Feywild. He's pretending to be a paladin. He is very much stronger than you, but is trying to pretend because he doesn't want to blow the cover of his lover, which is the rabbit folk right beside of her. You also know the general gist of that rabbit girl and why she had to leave the Feywilds, or rather, how she left. By the time you're done, you kind of blink for a second, and you understand this world a bit better, and you understand that you can take what is commonly known as time off.
They are all gone.
Oh.
There are no Cyberknights. We are alone.
You hear Wetware say
This has
this in
never
common.
happened. This has never happened before. We have always been thousands.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You watch Caden start to walk with his head in his hands and says, "I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'll see you later.
It's only a cat nap. I'll be back."
He has a mushy single brain.
Hey!
He will be fine.
I don't understand how mushy single brains can do it. How do you not live, not knowing what the thousands of other people around you know?
You want to fight?
Usually by interrogating them to find out what they know.
That is so inefficient. Why can
Maybe,
you not
but it
just
also
instantly
prevents me
know
from
what
knowing
they
how
know
my
they
father
know?
had sex with my mother.
You single brains have hang-ups.
Big oof.
What is it that single brains are for?
To think, to experience, to live how we wish to without the burden of
Is
others.
it some kind of joke?
A joke?
No.
Prank, if you will.
A little bit of trolling.
May I have your names, please?
You guys know what she's trying to do. Do you let her? You know that she's of the Feywild. And names are
Yeah.
very important.
We are Cyberknights.
I'm aware of that, but don't you have names?
What are they for?
Identifying people. For example, you may call me Keone.
We already know who we are.
But we don't.
Oh no.
We are Cyberknights.
It seems like
Okay.
Kyon, you get
What
to
more
name
I
them.
I get to name?
They're babies!
Okay. What gender are they?
What is a gender?
That's your answer.
Oh my god.
That's a fucking move. Okay.
Is it some kind of cooking process?
I
See,
believe
if I was
so.
vulgar, I would
believe
show
they
you
take
what
biological
gender is.
chemical soup. I believe the single brains take a biological chemical soup and cook it for 9 months inside some sort of blast furnace that what is known as a female has inside their lower abdomen.
So, you guys know exactly what gender is and all that. I just like to think that you're just like
That
screwing
sounds
around with her.
revolting.
Okay. Well, we'll call you Sibyl, and we'll call you Tien.
Who's Sibyl and who's Tien?
Firewall is Sibyl. Where is Tien?
I do not like it.
Oh.
It is meaningless.
It's not so meaningless for the people of
What
this
data
world.
does that convey?
Well, it means people can communicate with you more easily.
What function that assign me?
It makes it easier for you to interact with others.
You and I can communicate.
Oh. Right.
Does anyone want to interject on this?
Look, I will stick my feelers down your face hole right now and we will share brains
No,
again.
no, 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 no! You will not touch me!
Again, I do believe these mushy single brains have hang-ups.
I just don't really particularly like people rifling through my brain. It's a little invasive.
Actually think they prefer not knowing.
How strange.
Yes, it's nice to not know what other people are thinking sometimes.
You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it voluntarily.
But that makes false data.
So you watch as the small dwarf man walks up and offers himself up to you guys.
I kneel
Or just
down,
wants to get kissed.
and my feelers stretch all rubbery-like, and they snake around Thorin. One goes into his ear, and one goes down his face hole.
As you do, you share minds briefly. He knows everything about Cyber Knights and all of your knowledge, and you know everything about him, the horrific experiments. You feel excruciating pain throughout your body. You know it's not yours. You know it's not your pain, but you know it is pain now, and for you now, it's permanently etched in there.
I keel over similarly.
Yep.
Both of us.
You watch as Thorin is just standing there,
We share.
kind of slightly confused, as the two
Kenny just,
giant robots are now kneeling on the ground. What were you saying, Kim?
Kenny just crosses her arms, points at the both, and that's why we don't take over people's memories. She has like a little smug look on her face.
Yes. They're just dead.
This is very strange data.
It's called life.
But it's so random.
Yes, that's the point of it.
But it has
You never
no
know what
point.
will happen. Should there really be a true point to being alive?
What is alive?
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay, well, Thorin, I will leave you
We
to
are
get
beings of pure
introduced
information.
to these
We are
beings.
truths.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
Jason, Thorin, you are there as
We are information.
Kyon leaves and goes to a nice little place where you see a little bar has been set up out on the outside, the Biergarten, where you see people are getting slam dunked drunk. The bartender looks to you, Kyon, and says, "What you want?"
Got anything, Faye?
Nope.
What's the strongest thing you've got?
You watch as he takes out a pure black bottle with a cork in it that is surrounded by iron. As he slowly and surely, carefully takes off the iron, takes off the cork, and says, and just puts a single drop into a shot glass and says, "Enjoy."
And the Keone, who has never drank before in her life, downs it.
Make a Constitution saving throw. You have to beat a DC 25.
25!
Oh.
What the hell was
Yeah.
Let's just skip the roll because I can't get that even if I
A
get
natural
a
20.
20. No.
Oh, fine,
Natural
fine.
20s, I think.
Natural 20 will
They-
give me 24.
Yeah. So
they don't.
you watch
They
as
don't let me succeed.
immediately you feel throughout your body. You feel a little numb as everything starts to get a little woozy, a little bit more harder to speak. It's harder to walk. Everything's a bit funnier. You start giggling without trying, without meaning. You can't even stop. As now you are wandering around the fairgrounds, giggling and laughing to yourself, barely keeping up a straight line.
She's just gonna try and make friends with everyone she meets and sees.
While you do that, Dolkin, Tiazen, Thorn, Wetware, and Firewall. You are in the middle. You see Kyon has just gotten herself drunk instantly. What do y'all want to do now?
That looks a bit more fun than these weird things.
Yes. Do you wish to do that?
I'm gonna go.
You go over as he finally puts the cork back in as he looks and says, "What you want?"
I want water. I'm thirsty.
Special water or regular water?
Spicy water. The one with the bubbles.
You watch as he takes out, using tongs, a clear water that seems to be bubbling as he says, "Enjoy."
Yes. She'll just kind of continue watching this weird Fae lady that is drunk off her ass, giggling everywhere.
As you're watching her,
Keanu's just gonna wander off to wherever.
well, you see her.
Revenge time.
You see her just talking to people in lines, barely even getting out a single word unslurred. As you start drinking this water, it feels weird. It feels very spicy, very bubbly. Make a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC? Because this is gonna be rough.
Oh, that's just a 15.
Sure. Oh, roll 20 brain. Stop it.
Right.
120 plus 1. Hey! Perfect.
15. You watch as as this feeling starts to subside. You feel that what you were about to have was heartburn. As now you're just hiccuping a bit.
What you put in this?
Bubbles, he says very enthusiastically.
Tastes like shit.
You asked for it.
Give me normal water.
He gives you a regular jug of water.
I will start downing it to get rid of the hiccups.
It takes you the whole jug to down it. You feel like a water balloon. It is a strange feeling, and you don't like it.
Evan, I'm gonna continue watching.
You are just watching and looking like you're the most uncomfortable person in the world due to both the hiccuping, which has now died down to a point where it's only like once every 5 minutes. But you feel so sluggish now. Thorin, Wetware, and Firewall. You see that there's a bunch of stands everywhere. You know that they're just trying to sell money. They're trying to have fun. Everyone's trying to have fun. You can go around, explore this beautiful city full of magic and new sights and whatnot.
Both of our antennas start wiggling in the air and immediately point to somewhere over across the hall. Although there is not much in the means of technological beauty, I'm assuming there is some.
There
like,
is
this
barely
is not,
any.
This is the main character.
They've
Okay.
just gotten to the point where they can turn off and on lights and torches without anything. They have
Okay.
gone.
What
They've
is-
started making trains, and they've done all that.
What's the nearest source of electricity?
The nearest source. The nearest source of electricity is a giant. What is it called? What is it called again? This giant tower with what you see is a lightning rod at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a Tesla coil?
Yep. As you see that it is you see a sign that says Quimbo the Amazings. Nothing after that though. Seems like it's still being scrolled.
We get on all fours and start to how do animals run? What's the word?
Gallop or something?
Depends on the animal.
I don't know. How would cats
Scurry?
run? Yeah, we scurry. Let's do that.
Scamper.
Yeah, let's. No, what's that really creepy way that beetles move?
Scurry.
Yeah, let's scurry.
You
We
scurry?
over the
Skitter.
Yeah.
You skitter
Yeah,
through
we-
the people, everyone laughing and kind of getting scared, but enjoying it because they think it's just another costume. As you make it to this giant tower made of cobblestone and has that metal thing at the very top. You sense
Yeah.
there's a lot of electronics in there.
Yeah. We punch through one and we take a big bite
Punch through one what?
through one of the metal.
It's at the
Thing.
very top of the tower.
I no from the support beams. Then
It's a tower.
yeah, aren't towers made of? Maybe I'm thinking of a pylon. Then hang on.
Okay, so let me show you what I mean by tower.
Okay.
Big old.
What I mean by tower is I mean like this. Like, you're thinking of a pylon. How is this too much? Why is it? How is this picture over 8? Gosh,
Because Discord.
To be.
Okay, here you go. Like something like this.
Oh, okay. We just put our tails in the ground and we start sucking electricity out because that's what our species could do then.
You try and do so, but it seems like all the electricity is kept to the inside of this place.
We turn to each other in a panic and we start jittering to each other in binary.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. What do you say?
Oh boy, she's gonna type now.
Yeah, she's gonna type. While this is happening, actually no, let's wait for this to finish.
Binary.
Jittery binary. As now you see from the door open as you see a very strange looking small gnomish man come out as he says, "You ain't wearing a costume. Well, ain't this fun? Come on in, what are you searching for?" As he holds open this this door that's triple the size of him, about 9 foot tall.
Oh, sorry, I tripped over in the real world.
Shit.
Okay, sorry, can you say that again?
He holds open the door for you as he says, now, you don't need to stay outside. Come on in." He says to both you
We
and
follow him
her.
in.
As you both walk in, you see this place is filled with lights, like coloring that you notice are LEDs. You see beautiful little moving screens. You see all this very technologically advanced. As he says, what are you searching for?
Food.
And what is food?
We will take this now.
Hold on now.
And we immediately grab him and throw him out. Do I roll for that?
Hold on. As you go, both of you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do we roll for that?
No, you roll before that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, look, I'm sorry. Look, we're rusty at this.
It's alright, it's alright.
I'm just gonna check my wisdom modifier.
You too, where you have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, okay. No, where that's my wisdom modifier.
No, wisdom saving throw right below it.
Yeah. Like that's my firewire is firewalls -2 wisdom.
Yes. So roll that, and then
Yeah.
where you rolled yours as well.
I thought where was rolling for me. I'm sorry.
Both of you roll for your own, since each of you have your own character sheets.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Let's see here. Okay. Did you roll yet, Firewall?
Let me do it now.
Let's see where you both. I already know what she's gotten. You both are stuck as he casts Hold Person on you and says, "Now ain't that just against the rules of hospitalities?" So you just walk into someone's home and try to steal everything? Isn't that just rude?
What is stealing?
Stealing is when you take something that doesn't belong to you. Did you buy any of this? Did you make any of this? As he points around to the whole entire place.
What is belong?
Okay, so I got a question. So, when you rolled that 17, both of you understood everything that was in that paladin's mind, Caden. So you understand all these things. Not.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm still sort of.
You're a little rusty, so I should have explained that better.
Yeah.
So when you scanned that paladin's mind, you know everything about this world. You know a lot about Keon, that rabbit folk. You know a lot about the Feywilds. You know basically a whole bunch about this world now. And you know that what you just tried to do was try to steal from somebody, as he says.
Okay, I understand now. So it's been 17 months since my last D&D game.
That's all right. As he says, I'm gonna give you each one gift, and then you guys go back and enjoy the outside. As he both gives you a long metal rod. Both of you add lightning rod to your inventory, where if you hold this up during a thunderstorm, you'll get struck by lightning.
Why did you do this to us? Why did you give this to us when we attacked you?
It's something called kindness, something that you'll need to learn before you can actually live in this world. As he opens the door again, you both are freed from paralyzation, as he says, "Leave now."
We both walk away.
Do you wish to walk back to the goblin?
I leave with my partner.
Do you both wish to walk back to the party and enjoy the festival?
But before that,
Yes.
I go back to the gnome.
As you turn back to the gnome,
Thank you.
He simply nods and says, "Just give others the same kindness I've given
I
to you."
turn and leave.
You leave. You both start to go out. As you go back to the square,
Yo, what's up?
you see a giant barbarian,
Got it!
Goliath man known as Garter, who's about 3 to 4 feet smaller than both of you.
Archer just woke up.
You both see him. You see Keon recognizes him and start walking towards Garter in a very wonky line.
No,
Oh,
she went on
you're
her own like
approaching
little
me.
adventure. She went on like her whole
Oh,
go around the festival drunk kind of thing.
Oh shit. So while everyone is back, Tiazen, you had to leave your chair and slowly follow Keon as she. What does she do drunk?
She goes up to anyone she sees. You know, she says hi, she introduces herself. She doesn't let anyone take her name. She just kind of goes around, she'll talk to anyone, and, you know, she's just trying to have a little mini adventure.
As you're doing so, you talk to this lavender-skinned tiefling who's doing palm readings.
Hello?
Hello.
I don't know why I said it like that. I sounded like I was on Little Britain for a second.
Hello, little lady. As you see this giant tiefling, about 8 foot tall, is looking at you wearing a very long purple dress as she says, "Would you like your palm read?"
My palm has words on it.
Mm-hmm. Though many can't see them.
Teach me! And she just holds out both her hands.
As you hold out your hand, she says, "This will cost you a pretty penny, but okay." As now,
I think gold coins are pretty.
18. Huh. She knows.
How much?
No. That's what she rolled. As now,
What to say?
she reads you and gets the basic gist of your life. Her eyes go a little wide as she says, "Well, ain't you just having such a wonderful time, huh?"
Uh-huh. I'm trying to find an adventure.
I think you'll find plenty of adventure back in the market square. Let's say
Will you
this
come
is
with me?
You watch as she gets up for a second and puts a little close sign on her stall and says, "I'll lead you. How about that?"
Yes.
As she starts,
She just looks so excited and happy.
she's holding your hand and making sure you don't fall over. As you guys make it through, and as you do, you see that Trazen is there. Trazen, what do you say after witnessing this whole event? Tiazen? Is that how you say it?
Oh, sorry.
Tresna.
Tresna.
It's Tesna.
Tesna.
Basically, Tesla. I don't know where the R came from.
Tesna.
Imagine Tesla, but without the R.
Tesna. So, Tesna, you witnessed this whole thing. Do you wish to join up with them now?
Sure. She'll watch it. She's interested.
You each start walking together. As you make it back, you see the Cyber Knights, Thorin, and Garter. What are the Cyber Knights, Garter, and Thorin doing while they walk towards you guys?
Default dancing on someone's grave, disrespectful.
It's the middle of a festival,
What?
remember?
Exactly.
I missed everything that was just said. I had to make sure my puppy didn't pee on a wire.
We are trying to how exactly people can eat and get energy when apples are clearly not electric. We know that they can, but That doesn't make any sense.
Keone
Yeah,
just looks at the tiefling, pouts, and goes, "I thought we were going on an adventure."
These are an adventure, as he says, as she looks to every one of you and says, "Come, I have something that can give you an experience of a lifetime."
Lead the way.
Do you each follow?
Jazz music starts playing. Alright, Garter will follow because Garter doesn't know what's happening.
What do
other
you
than
mean?
there's festival.
What do you mean?
You'll see what I mean as you each follow and see. She leads you to and what's normally an abandoned house is now made into a hall of mirrors. Go in there.
Uh-oh.
As she points up and you see what is not you. See the
Oh, no.
opposite of you.
Garter has a bad history with those.
Keone has already bolted inside.
As you bolt inside, you see something very strange. You walk in, and there's no mirrors just yet, as there seems to be individual rooms with mirrors. Does everyone walk into one? There's about 12, so there's no need to crowd.
Garter will slowly unwind a rope behind him. He read this in a
Keone-
kid's book somewhere.
Keone's already gone through door one in like a drunken yay.
We'll do hers last, because this is something, okay?
I walk into Folokin.
There is individual rooms, so do you walk in with the same room, or...
Garter will walk into a different one of the rooms.
I Folokin.
Oh, you're following... Oh, I see.
It would be
Garter will
kind.
tie down rope towards on the handle, and he'll just trail it behind him.
Carter, as you do so, you get into a room where you turn and you see the exact opposite of you. Instead of a tall Goliath with bulging muscles, wearing nothing in terms of armor, you see a short, fat halfling. Completely different
Oh, God.
gender.
A terrible reflection.
A terrible reflection, as you see her wearing mage robes. She's the exact opposite of you. Fireball, do you do the same?
Yeah.
You walk in. Instead of seeing the giant cyberbot, you see a fleshy meat bag about a quarter of your size. A rock gnome. It has no gender, as you can't really tell if it is, so it's androgynous. Wearing simple clothes and having a strange look on his face that is either confusion or just genuine disinterest. Trazen, do you do the same?
I want to know what this is all about. She is going to just see if there's anything magical with this with detect magic real quick.
You see that all the
Yeah.
mirrors have a certain magic, a rune that allows you to see a different world of you. Oh, see what you could have been if you were born into another life.
Nothing else with the doors leading out or anything else in the
Nope.
building? Okay, why not?
You walk in, and instead of the small goblin you see a giant Goliath in your reflection. It is very strange, as he's bald. He in fact looks a lot like Garter.
Oh God, a terrible reflection.
So anyways, now it's time for the final two. Wetware,
That's weird.
as you walk in with Hyun, you see your reflection is that of a small gnomish androgynous person with a look of excitement on the face. And Kyun, you see the son of the Raven.
everyone just suddenly hears the most shrill shriek you have ever heard pierce your fucking ears.
I know
And
they're ugly, but
she goes bolting out and just goes running off into the festival crowd.
I know they're like ugly and stuff, but I didn't think it was that ugly.
How rude.
You each hear and see this. What do you each do?
I will wave at
Garter will try and find his way to the other side of the House of Mirrors.
You do so with ease because you tied a rope.
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you do when you get to the other side?
Well, that was easy. Okay, I guess I'll go check on Kyo.
Make an investigation check, because you do not know where exactly she ran off to.
Alright, just give me a second. Alright. I do not know where she went.
Yeah, you just kind of run around the crowd. Kyon, where do you run off to?
Every time. Every time.
She's gone to hide in the theater.
As you go into the theater, you see that there's a play going on. As you hear music playing, people oohing and aahing and clapping after every song, you just kind of hide in a sullen corner, trying to let the music drown out what you just saw.
Oh no, if she saw a play happening, she would have panicked and gone running somewhere else.
Oh, you panic and run somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you're drunk running too, so you're just like running into everything.
Yeah, so she's just like, she's probably gone running to like the outer circle, the outer layer.
As you do so, you run into the outer layer where there's only the few decorations of lanterns and whatnot, and it's almost completely empty.
She's just running around like a drunk maniac.
You run into your legs can't anymore. As you fall to the ground, you feel a twinge of many emotions as you suddenly remember what he said, what the son of the raven said. We are both reflections.
She's gonna try not to throw up.
Let's say you failed.
She'll just kind of she'll stumble to her feet and just kind of, she'll walk down the street with just like one hand on the wall, barely able to hold herself up.
As you do so, you just feel like the whole world is crashing down. You have no idea what to do now.
I mean, that's a mood.
While this whole thing is happening, Garter, Tiaz, Thorin, Wetware, and Firewall, what do y'all do?
I slightly freaked out. I've never been really separated from any Cyber Knight before. Wetware's not with me, and this is all new to me. So I cling to the closest person to me, and if there's no one around, and if I'm alone, I start panicking.
You cling to the little gremlin girl.
No,
Yeah.
he does not.
He will cling to me then.
No.
You cling to the dwarf after being rejected by the small goblin.
Yeah.
I'm fine with this.
I guess Garter will see if they have any cotton candy.
You go and find cloud candy.
Nice.
You watch as the store owner is like, you want blue, red, or both?
Yes.
He gives you both, as he gives you one of red, one of blue, and says, and just says, 2 copper.
All right, Garter will spend 2 copper.
You give him 2 copper as he says, "Okay, off with you." As you see, there's a small line of children behind you.
Oh,
So we have them clinging to each other. That's pretty cool. So is
vibe time.
vibe time. It's vibe time.
Bad.
Vibe in your mom, vibe.
No!
Anyways, Kim, you hear footsteps of heavy armor.
She just kind of slumps to her knees and puts her head in her hands.
As you do so, you hear Caden's voice as he says, "Are you
Who's
alright?"
Caden?
Yes.
Who's Caden?
It's Carden, I guess.
Yeah.
You hear Carden's voice as he says, "Are you okay?"
She just throws up again.
What happened?
Raven Queen.
What? Did you see her?
Her son.
Where?
My reflection.
What? In a mirror? In the water? Where? He looks genuinely scared as he starts kind of holding your shoulders.
I am his reflection. His reflection. I'm his reflection. And she just starts going into a mumbling kind of fit.
You watch as he takes a deep breath, and do you let him cast a spell on you?
She'll probably freak out.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
God, my... Possibly... No, yeah, definitely one of my worst saving throws. 16.
Barely a fail as he casts calm emotions on you.
I failed?
Yep.
Dang.
He has 17.
Damn.
As you're now suddenly starting to calm down, the effects of the alcohol are also numbed away as he says one last time, "What happened?"
He was in the one sec, my dog's trying to chew something.
Okay.
Num num.
So how is everyone enjoying this so far?
Carter?
Well, I feel like I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. I've only just realised how rusty I actually am.
It's alright. How about you, Wet Player?
Garter is just vibing,
As you do.
just playing some Smash Bros.
Yep.
Well, I am
How many
regretting
laughs?
some decisions.
Like what?
How many laughs, DM? How many laughs do you give?
Roll a d12.
Hold on.
The whole alien thing got old real quick.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's how it usually goes with those things. I'm sorry.
I'm back.
Your turn.
Someone decided to bite me!
Ah, I get it.
So they're in trouble now.
Aww. Anyways, back to what we
Did you
were saying.
pee on me?
Holy shit.
Yes.
These are no, I got these yesterday. Don't get puppies.
Too late. Anyways, what do you say? What he looks at you and says, "In the Hall of Mirrors?"
She just nods. I'm sorry if you can hear the dog whining.
It's alright. As he kind of takes a simple breath as he says, We are reflections.
I don't want to be a reflection of that.
He is the opposite of you.
But that means and she just cups her head back in her hands.
We are children of the Feywild. We have to deal with this we are not truly ourselves. As he says, with trying to calm down a second, as he says, we all cannot just ignore that, ignore what we are. I'm sorry that you had to learn it this way.
Yes, because I love being the reflection of the one who kidnapped me.
It's not about loving it, it's about accepting it.
I don't want to accept it.
He just silently nods.
On a separate note, wouldn't this be a good thing? You're as different from him as possible.
Yeah, but she really doesn't want any association with him whatsoever.
That's like the least association. That's the association.
You watch as he looks to you and says, "This is why your father wanted you in there.
In why?
The castle. He wanted you to live a life without encountering your other half."
Because I'm not fully Fae and I'd overreact.
Because he's not fully Shadowfell. You realize that he and the Raven Queen are reflections of each other.
So I'm just forced to be like this.
He just silently stands there for a second. I don't know.
One sec.
That's alright.
Dog.
Dog. The dog is sad. Dog needs attention.
Poor puppy.
Okay. It's not poor puppy.
Broke dog. Not
This dog
woke,
tried
broke.
to eat my. Are you kidding me? Don't shit on my Ethernet cable! No! Oh no!
Oh no! Can you imagine that?
Oh no, he's cutting the wires. He's going to put Texas in a blizzard storm.
Like
No, puppy, stop it, no!
like a shark. Like a shark in the cables in the ocean floor. The
Oh
dog
no,
is
he's
shooting-
destroying international infrastructure. No!
No. Ah, dear Lord, I'm so confused.
These darn puppy terrorists.
Pupperists.
It's me! Everybody's favorite! #1 rated salesman, 1997. Spamton! G. Spamton!
Huh. Well, let's wait for her to return, so... What does the rest of the party do? Garter's eating cotton candy. Thorin and Firewall are hugging. What are you doing? Fixing the car.
Think I am still in a house of mirrors.
Are you just staring at your reflection?
I kneel down to meet it.
As you do so, it kind of stares back at you for a second and waves.
I wave back.
You feel kind of at ease. As he looks at you, as it looks at you,
Would you like to share minds?
it kind of taps on the glass for a second.
Oh, yes. That would make it difficult.
You watch as it nods and then points to the outside where you can see through the small little curtain your friends. As you hear one simple voice as it says, "Live a little."
Can we take like a 5-10 minute break? Because I gotta clean all this out now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Are we on break?
Well, we're taking a break from her section. So what where you can still
Okay.
be typing.
No, I'm out of Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces? Velma needs
shoot.
more Reese's Pieces?
Shut up! I like
Do-
peanut butter.
Does she need the Scooby Gang, the Mystery Incorporated, to help find him?
Yeah, Fred.
Should I drive over to the mystery van with my ascot?
For a strange
called-
little glitch of false data, you are very wise.
It kind of nods and says, "I'm the opposite of you," as it disappears.
Dumb as heck.
Getting worse. The lesbians have their own cuisine. Cuisine.
If the opposite of me is wise that is a concerning revelation.
Yes. Now, what do you do, Wetware?
I leave the Hall of Mirrors.
As you do, you see Thorin being held like a giant teddy bear in the arms of Firewall, Garter eating 2 big old things of cotton candy. And these are like the big old bags. You know what I'm saying? And you see Tazen just kind of looking around, vibing.
Yes. Vibio.
You know what? She was more
Walk
interested
to
in.
Firewall and point to the little man.
Oh.
May I have a turn with the tiny single mind?
The support dwarf.
Would you do you submit to the mind scanned again?
No.
Oh, the other one? Oh, I see. Firewall, do you wish to give Thorin?
I toss Thorin to Wetware as if one might toss a melon or a can of beer to a friend.
Firewall, as you toss the dwarf, as he is caught by Wetware. Wetware, you squeeze the dwarf. Despite the spikes on him, it is comfy. He is muscly. Thorin, how does Thorin feel about this? Does he feel?
Cyber Knight, what was the aim of this?
Oh.
He feels heavy and firm. And I don't see what I have to gain from holding him.
What do you say?
Why were you
Firewall?
so enthusiastic?
I don't know. I might have felt panic. This is a strange new feeling. I don't like it.
Oh, spooky.
Is it like that feeling when you finally get your tax returns?
Yes.
You hear this? I like this.
How long do I have to hold the little man before I start and stop panicking?
Huh. What do you say, Firewall?
Did you not start?
No?
Well, give him back to me. I wonder if you need to start panicking before holding the little man.
He's doing the expert gamer move.
I pass the little man back to Firewall.
You gently hand back the dwarf. As now you just hear.
Now, when do I panic?
You know what should I? What's your fear of again? Where?
Let me check.
The lesbians have their own cuisine. Cuisine. You thought the
Cats.
You hear a very strange noise. Meow. As right at your ankle is a strange furry creature that fills you with enough dread and anxiety to fuel the next few years of your life.
I shriek.
You shriek and
I
are...
stamp on the cat.
No. When you're frightened, you have to run away from a cat.
AWW.
You have to run away from the cat when you're frightened. You can't stomp on it.
I run.
You run in a
Kill
blind
it.
panic.
Kill it.
The cat just kind of saunters off as you both watch as this giant...
Before it gets to the children.
The giant robot is running away from it.
What a strange little creature.
Aren't you afraid of darkness?
Hey, that's what my wife says.
Me?
Yeah, you're afraid of darkness, aren't you?
Yes.
You watch as it starts... Hey, you're back. Good. Night starts to set as you and Caden are still together. Carden. As he says, I hope you feel better soon. I have to go now. I have to continue with this disguise for at least a bit longer. And then I can meet you at your place. Hopefully a feast will clear your mind.
She'll just nod.
He nods back. What do you do now, Kion?
She's just gonna curl up in a ball for a bit against the wall.
As dusk turns to night, everyone in the party is lit up by lanterns and whatnot. Although Firewall is still a little spooked about this. As he does not
This
like...
is an odd place. I don't like that the lights go out.
Oh. You watch as stalls are starting to be packed up, and people are starting to make their way home, as they're going to prepare for their feast tonight. Do each of you do the same?
Carter does like feats.
Me and my fellow Cyber Knight both look at each other, and then we look at the rest of the group. What happens now?
What does the group say?
Have no data on this.
What does the group say?
What?
Ding,
where,
ding, ding, ding.
where did that bunny woman go?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, apparently I'm looking for them. Alright. You know what? Let's do it. Investigation. I gotta roll up to see what it is. Okay. I'm pretty good at this. Watch it. Step back. Oh, fuck. Boom.
You can easily find Kion as you start walking through the city, although she's cleaning doggy doo-doo again.
No, I'm not. I'm dealing with possibly the most misbehaved dog I've ever met. I can't handle them.
I'm sorry. Well, you watch as the smoke.
Stop chewing everything.
You watch as the gremlin finds you.
Ooh. Did I come at a bad time?
You see her bawling on the wall.
Hmm.
She's listening. Okay, I paused that.
You good?
No.
Hmm. What happened?
No, Keone hasn't said anything. She's just curled up.
Oh. Hmm. This is a very loud scream I heard back there.
What scream? I didn't hear a scream.
When you ran out?
When you ran out of the mirror place.
I didn't hear a scream.
You didn't hear a scream because you were the one screaming.
No, I have no reason to scream.
Then why did you scream?
I didn't.
I don't know what's going on. Please help me.
I didn't scream, Gata.
Then who
No one
screamed?
I don't know, but it wasn't me. I didn't hear.
You're very weird.
Says the gremlin.
That's racist.
Racism.
I
Racist.
can help what they look like.
It's time
Why
to
should
get
I
canceled.
care? Everyone's racist about me.
What?
What? When? When?
All the paladins thinking I'm evil and have to prove myself just because I'm from the Feywild.
Oh, that's just what
I'm not
their
even a
stupid
paladin.
holy magic.
I don't think you've noticed, but I don't think anyone here is even a paladin.
Yeah, I kind of hate those guys.
That whole
Really
rat suit
just
trip was
sounds-
because I have to quote unquote prove myself. Just to get into a college.
Oh.
So what, you can get student loan debt?
If you met me, I won't be in debt.
No, I haven't met you. Moving on.
Oh my god.
You're also very weird, big man.
I just
Carter
imagine,
gets that one a lot.
I just imagine the Cyberbites finally met and are just like kind of like holding each other as they're trying to avoid all the darkness and cats while listening to this.
Alright, Carter
You
is still in
sound
his
like that.
Umbral Hulk costume, isn't he?
Yep.
Aha, funny.
So now, what do you do?
Your parent?
What?
Exactly.
They're about to, I guess.
I guess we go home now.
I made a promise, and I have to keep it, so if you're planning on going to bed, I suggest going to a hotel tonight.
Oh.
The feast, remember, guys?
Well, yeah, that's why Garter was going back.
Jeez. Do you follow them, Kion?
Very slowly, but yeah.
You each follow as Garter heads the line, cutting through the swaths of people trying to go home. As you go back into the inner circle with minimal effort, and see, waiting at your door is none of the children of flame, and 8 children from the orphanage, simply waiting outside trying to build tiny snowmen. What do you do? What do you guys
Do you wanna build a snowman?
Oh.
I would like to kick Garter in the ass.
Ah, you can't reach it, bitch.
I'll punch it then.
Garter has an ass of steel.
Mm-hmm.
That took way too long for a response.
You have to
He
give
is
him a
Garter,
moment.
okay?
He takes time to think of comeback.
Anyways, you watch as the children look and say, "Hello," as they all kind of wave, as the nun kind of like does a little curtsy and says, "They haven't been waiting for too long, don't worry."
Keone is gonna apologize and let them all in.
As you open the door, the waft of delicious food hits you. As you see the maid and butler just cooking loudly in the kitchen, as you hear pots, pans, and all that being clattered and foods being made. As you watch as Ed, this giant Goliath, pops her head out, still dressed up as a hobo, looks over and sees you brought 2 new guests. Well, actually 3. Jason and the Whale and the 2 Cyber Knights. As she says,
Keone's
It's all right. We're about done, okay?
Keone is gonna quietly go up to her room to change.
Okay. Who else does so?
Garter will just eat in his costume.
You watch as the little kids who are all
I
dressed
go
up
over
as
to the kitchen staff.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's do this one at a time. Before Wetware goes into the kitchen staff, all the kids are kind of looking at Garter's costume, and they're each dressed up as little, like, snowmen and all that jazz. As they're like, "Ooh, that's cool, Mr. Goliath."
Yes, it is.
As they each follow you as you take a seat, and they each take a seat at this very long table that has been extended and a bunch of chairs. As Wetware goes in, and you see a giant pudgy Goliath maid and a blue tiefling butler as they're both cooking. You see that they're almost finished with this giant cavalcade of food and are finishing up desserts. As they look over and say, both do a little curtsy, taking a little second off the break, and says, "Hello." You see Ed say, "Oh, hello there, madam." As she stops halfway through, he's like, "Actually, what are you? I can't tell from the costume."
I am kind.
Okay, kind. And she takes a little bow and says,
Would you like some help?
She looks at you and says, "Oh no, we're all about done. We're just finishing up the cake. We just gotta make it look pretty." As she points at it, and you see that they're putting on orange frosting and black frosting to make it look like a jack-o'-lantern.
Somebody gave me a present today and told me to be kind. I noticed you have some tasks left to do according to your eating rituals.
As you say that, you watch as Jameson goes, how about this? Will you help us finish the icing? And then we can carry this all stuff to the dining room.
Okay,
What type of jack-o'-lantern do you make on this orange icing cake?
take the knife that grows out of my face.
Oh. Wait. He hands you a little thing of black icing and says, "Here, you can put on the design." Wait, what are you doing? Ah! Headbutt the. What is going on? Oh no! What? You headbutt the icing? I guess. Roll for it? I guess.
See how good it looks.
You know what? As you headbutt the icing, putting black icing all over yourself, you gently headbutt it and make it into one of your face as Jameson says in a low tone, frightening. Kyung, you come down and all the kids go, ooh, as you are in your beautiful new dress. As you're about to enter the dining room, you hear a knock.
She's gonna go answer the door.
You see 2 full plate armor paladins, Abraham and Cardin. As he simply says, room for 2? Abraham's.
She is just gonna kind of do that little cough when she's trying to just regain herself, nod, and open the door wider for them.
You watch as Abraham walks and immediately sits right beside of the nun, who seems to be eyeing him at the moment. As you watch as Caden says, are you feeling any better?
No, but there's nothing I can do about it.
At least your dress is beautiful. As he takes a little nod and says, let's try and enjoy the night.
Keyword be try.
That's all we can do. As he softly grabs your hand.
She'll just smile a little bit.
You both walk and take a seat beside each other. As you see, the firewall is still holding Thorin. Are you sitting with Thorin, or are you letting Thorin sit on you? Is the real question.
Oh no.
I feel at this point, me and Thorin have kind of just got a thing going on. I think Thorin has just chosen the position that's comfortable for him, as long as, contact isn't broken.
Is this
I'm gonna say it, everyone's thinking it. Thorin's a little sub baby. What?
Oh my god. Thorin's a bottom?
Don't tell Ares. Do not tell Ares.
Too late!
No! Okay, anyways. Thorin?
I feel like that me and Thorin have been through a lot, and, we just have this rapport where he just gets into the position.
Yes, homo.
Oh god.
You know what?
I don't like how
I'm
you
gonna set it.
distracted me.
I'm gonna throw a flashbang at Festivia, so I can describe this next part. Damn it! It's too powerful. No.
What is with your Discord?
I don't know. I guess 8 megabytes is too powerful. Okay, there we go. I've sent the flashbang.
8 megabytes before.
I've sent the flashbang. As you see, at Jameson and Wetware slowly carrying all the foods, where it's like gently decorated candies, ice creams, and cakes for the children, especially little cupcakes with ghosts and pumpkins on them, and a big old cake with a very scary looking bug face on it. You see lots of meats come out, like fully cooked chickens, roasted, as you now beef Wellingtons, giant beautiful racks of ribs, and then a bunch of freshly cut up fruit in a giant salad bowl. As it's all set down, you watch as both Et and Jameson take a seat as they say, "It is customary. It isn't customary, but it is your rule." As she takes a little nod to Jameson. And where do you take a seat as well? Wetware, are you there? Also, how effective was my flashbang? It worked!
I banged your mom harder than you flashbanged me.
I didn't flashbang you
I
because
swear to God.
I knew I couldn't flashbang you because last time I did that, you immediately left and didn't come back.
Wait, what?
Me?
No, Garter.
When did this happen?
Remember when I told you what Ares did?
Oh.
I check with the servers if there's anything else that they
Man,
need.
we live in a society, and that's just kind of cringe.
You watch as they both take a quick glance around, seeing that, making sure everyone has their silverware, and says, "No, you may take a seat." Whoa.
I point at Firewall and Thorin.
How long are you planning on having this session go on for?
Probably for another 40 minutes.
Cutie is just quietly eating in her seat.
I ask the bigger one if she would also like to be held. It seems to be what others are doing.
Et? The giant Goliath that's only like 2 feet smaller than you? Or it's actually 3 feet.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
I want to see how jealous Jameson's getting.
So, hang on. Cassie, are you playing the funny one? I think Cassie might be playing the horny character.
Oh my god.
I actually hope she gets this.
You have to roll a persuasion check, let's hope. You have to beat a 10.
And to be fair, the horny character is usually actually disturbed.
No, the whole... I just apply it.
No, I'm pretty sure that's skill.
Anyways, you watch as she kind of like says, "Oh, okay." And she immediately hops out of her chair and sits on you and says, "I haven't done this since I was back in my tribe." As, unlike Thorin, she has a layer of pudge that is soft.
Silence, horny. Don't think I don't remember the shop.
Thank you.
Gata, you weren't here for the brothel.
No, I was not.
I was almost forced into a threesome with a Goliath and
I'm
a
new
kobold.
here and I would hate not to conform.
Oh,
It feels nice.
of 2 different worlds.
As
Jesus.
They all start, as they all start to eat, the little kids taking as much of the little candies they can. The Nun and Abraham eating very meagerly, only bits of meat and a little bit of the salad. The rest of you?
Keone is just kind of quietly munching on whatever food was placed in front of her.
So mostly the salad.
I'm a little bit hungry, but there is no real place for me to recharge.
You kind of just vibe out as you kind of hear.
Charger will have the Arby's.
I'm drinking in the sparks flying
eat the
between
ribs
me
and
and the
beef
heavy
Wellington.
lass.
What the f-
Where's my nuggies?
You know, technically, does prestidigitation count as good berry? Because you can make sparks out of anything.
What?
Oh yeah, tease him. What are you eating?
Tease them? Who's teasing? I
Tease
don't know them. She's getting a lot of meat on her plate, whatever she can grab.
You are very drunk, so yes, you eat a lot of meat. As you watch as she turns to you, noticing that you're just kind of like sitting there, a bit flustered, and says, "What do you usually eat?" To wetware.
I usually drink in charged aerial electrons and protons.
She looks at you kind of confused and says,
Lightning.
"Oh, you mean like this?" As you watch as sparks fly out of her fingers.
Yes, exactly like that.
And do you just do it like this as she kind of like puts her hand in front of your face and just the sparks kind of fly in?
I open wide. My jaw unhinged a bit. Every tooth is the same tooth over and over again.
She doesn't seem to be scared as shh. Lightning goes in and says, "Yeah, it's all matter." As you watch as she is just taking in one hand right in front of the face of Wetware and another one just eating bits of meat and whatnot. As Jameson kind of looks kind of confused and goes and looks towards Fire and was like, "Do you do the same?"
My tail wags a little bit.
Oh. I guess she doesn't notice because she is eating after all.
So, were you talking to me or to Doodle?
Fire. He was talking to you, Fire, as Jameson looks at you and says, "Do you eat the same way?"
Yes.
Well, if I'm finished eating, as you see his plate is cleared, as he's eating a bit of the beef Wellington and whatnot and all that, as he says, "I guess I could use that." As he casts prestidigitation and sparks fly out.
I look at the Titan woman sitting on Wetware's lap, and I look at the person who's offered to do this for me, and I say, "I'll wait, thank you."
Uh-huh. Okay, you watch as he just simply just gets another little some more lettuce and whatnot and starts eating some of that. As all the little kids have ate their fill of candy and almost have tummy aches. As the nun says, I think I'll have to take these kids home. I think they've eaten their fill." As you see, each of them are smiling happy with teeth colored different ways and whatnot.
Keone is just gonna nod and smile.
You watch as they
Like she was very distracted and she's only just realized she was being talked to.
Okay. As she does so, you watch as she whispers something to Abraham as he slightly nods and finishes up his plate and says, "I will be going now as well. It would be rude to keep you each too long." As now, all that's left is all of y'all, Carden, and the servants.
Okay.
Do you each finish up your meals? Do you want to talk to each other in character?
I look at the little man that I haven't really let go since meeting him,
You
and I ask,
Thorin.
what is it that you do?
Thorin, what do you say? Thorin? Thorin!
I really have nothing to say.
I may have broke them.
You have nothing to say?
Yes, I'm actually pissed off at that.
You mad?
Sort of. But I still have nothing to say. I'm still processing in character.
Well, I look at Wetware and the chubby tightness that they've got, and I think Thorin, I want what they have.
You can't give me what I want.
I'm sorry, Thorin, you've been cucked.
Look, if you're going to be my holding person, we need to communicate more.
We need ground rules. A, you need to feed me. B, you need to feed me.
And C, conversation would be nice. Look, if you don't talk to me, I'm gonna have to put you down.
Man, this is just like that one cutaway gag in Family Guy.
I know.
I'm gonna mental flashbang you in a second.
Try it, bitch.
You've lost.
I turned to Wetware and I asked if they'd like to trade.
You watch as Jameson kind of like shrugs and says, why not?
No.
Jameson walks up to you and says, I guess I could use this for a second as sparks fly out.
It's not that I'm hungry, it's just that, Wetware in their holding person has a much better rapport. Thorin is really, really rude. He's not talking.
Yes, I know. I'm dating that one.
Alright,
As he looks over and says, she's such a nice one. As you just watch as she's finished up the remains of the feast, and it's kind of just like using both of her hands as Emperor Palpatine just shh. Unlimited power.
The dark side leads to many powers some would consider unnatural.
I put the dwarf down. I don't think I'm going to get the relationship I want.
You do so. You hear a giant thud as he does not stand up.
Is Thorin dead? Did I like smother him or something?
No, he's gone. He's out of this world. Anyways.
During all of this, Keone's just kind of stood up quietly and walked out to the back garden.
What did you do to the dwarf?
Carden follows you.
I'm not sure. I don't really know how any of this works. What happens if you shake a dwarf too much?
They explode. Anyways, let's go to Keone and Carden for a second. As he says, did you enjoy the meal?
It was okay. I'm used to different kinds of meals.
I understand that. He kind of just sits down in that where there's only a small layer of snow and says, he looks up to the college and says, you'll be home soon enough.
And then what?
Then you'll be safe.
And I'll be bored again.
He takes a deep breath and it says, life comes with risk. If you don't like the risk, you don't live it.
She just sighs. You know what I want most in this world, and you know that's not a possibility for me.
There's always a possibility.
It's funny.
You know I'm not joking.
There is only one way that I could possibly be able to do that, and it's nigh impossible.
Nigh doesn't mean totally. There's still a chance for anything.
There's a higher chance I'll die first.
But there's still a chance.
When did you get so positive? I thought that was my job.
It seems like our roles have switched.
When do you go back to being the asshole?
When you go back to being the cute one. As he gives you a small little kiss on the forehead.
She'll just grumble. Don't chew the fucking bleach! Do you have a death wish? Don't chew the
Thought you'd never
basket!
see me again, didn't you? Well, too bad. I'm alive.
You watch. He says, I hope that you can live the future you truly want, and I'll make sure that you can. He takes a deep breath and says, I'll be waiting for you. Don't be too long now.
Don't let my father kill anyone.
I've been making sure for this long.
Does he know what happened?
He knows very little. Right now, all he wants to do is find you.
I feel like he knows where I am.
All he knows is what you feel.
So every time I've almost died.
He's known that. He's worried sick about you.
Tell that to any human here and they would never believe you.
Because they don't know. You do. And you know it's true. It doesn't matter if they disagree. It doesn't matter if they would rather not. All that matters is that you know the truth. And one day, they will too.
Yeah. Hopefully.
He gets up and offers you a hand as he says, it's time for me to make up the play.
She'll take it and stand.
As you stand, he fades away as he blows you a kiss. It completely fades out. You see the dust goes all the way to the college, floating above the castle.
She is just gonna quietly clench her fists for a second and she is just going to kind of for a moment release her wild magic in kind of a, instead of a scream, she just lets it go wild for a moment.
Roll 2d100. You ask. I deliver.
65 and 25. I gotta see what this is.
Let me see too, but I won't read it out. 65 and 25.
No, 66 and 25.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
That's disturbing. Oh, fuck.
Luckily, none of the party are within 30 feet.
So...
But you do see some people walking at night. Actually, do you know who is close enough? A flying bird and the 2 cyberbites.
Feeling absolutely not wanting to ever harm another creature that doesn't deserve it. Have you met Coyote? She'll put the damage on this one.
Hold on. I'm just gonna say this out of game. The cyber bites heal from that.
Oh, because electricity.
The thing is, though, she doesn't know that.
But
Yeah.
but you did say it was wild though. So would you let her do this? So let's at least one. At
It
least
says
one to
I
yourself.
choose.
At least one to yourself and two to the cyber bites, please. You've seen them eat the spark, so you can assume.
She wasn't paying attention during like any of it.
Do you want her to die, please?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Two
I
on
roll-
her, two
I
on
roll
her
an
and one on the cyber bugs.
No, it's one on each cyberbug, then one on you.
If
It's
I was in
full.
range, I would have taken.
No, it's
Oh, 3 creatures.
yeah. I hear the puppy trying to eat the bleach again.
He's
Roll-
trying to jump on the couch and he can't.
Roll the damn
Bleach.
lamellage.
Bleach.
Okay, you take 17 damage as a bolt of lightning strikes you, leaving your hair all frizzy. Hey, Firewall and Wetware, guess what happens?
Don't chew my mic! I give you a cuddle and you chew my mic!
What the?
Hey,
I
Firewall.
don't know if you all heard that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We heard it all.
I assume
Is your
that.
dog teething?
You both.
Did we
The
chew
two
mine?
mums.
You hear as breaking through the ceiling. 2 bolts of lightning. One strikes Wetware, one strikes Firewall. As Wetware gets 28, and Firewall gets 21.
Mm-hmm.
You both.
Oh my god, are you guys okay?
You guys are full. A little overstuffed, actually.
That was great. Thank you. Although, hang on. Cassie, weren't you holding? Sorry. Weren't you holding a flesh bag?
You see, all her hair has went from long blonde curls that go down to the middle of her back to a giant frizzy afro. And she says, "I'm okay." I think I need to lie down as you watch as she starts stumbling up.
I had no idea you could do that.
I don't either. As you see Jameson kind of like walk up to her and kind of use himself as a little like tries to help her walk as he says, "I'll take her back to the servants' quarters." He looks back and sees the table is completely empty, and then looks to Ed and says, "I think she needs a nap."
Did anyone hear the bit of lightning that hit Keone?
It's 3 lightning strikes simultaneously. I think everyone is flashbang stunned noise.
Keone is just gonna be sat on the floor in the garden.
You hear a giant thud as you hear a giant object is set down, and you hear some tip tap towards the door as an open outside. He looks to you and says, "You too, my lady?
What?
Have you been struck as well?"
Yeah, it was, weird. It was very weird, yes.
Well, let's get back inside. I didn't know there was storms. As he kind of looks up frantically, as you see there's very little clouds in the air.
I don't think it'll happen again.
It happened 3 times, milady, please.
Lightning never strikes the same place twice?
Make a
Just struck
persuasion
the same
check.
house 3 times.
Persuasion?
Yes.
I mean, in fairness, once you go over twice, it becomes fair game. That's the spot lightning will always
But it didn't hit the same spot. It just hit 3 people.
Also,
it can hit you in a different
He's looking at you with
spot.
wide eyes as he says, "What happened to your head?"
My head? What do you mean?
You feel your forehead, and there's another eye there.
Cue another shriek.
Ah! What is going on today?
she just like she casts Mage Hand and uses Ray of Frost to make it kind of frozen and no. She uses Shape Water to make a little circle and freezes it with Ray of Frost to create kind of like a reflective surface to look at herself.
As you do so, you see that in the middle you have a third eye, horizontally slanted, looking. You can feel it moving, but you can feel that you're moving it. You were wondering why you were seeing a little strangely.
She's just gonna scream.
You scream again. You watch as he doesn't know what the fuck to do. As he simply says, "Are you okay?" I think you need to sleep.
You're right. And she just flops down on the ground.
Do you immediately go to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
As you do so, you... Hold on. Okay.
I'm probably thinking she on drugs or something.
He picks you up with actual ease and helps you back into your room. You see him. Okay, everyone sees him slowly holding and carrying Keon up the steps into and slowly opens up the study and sets her in the study and says, and then walks back down and says, I think that you see his arms are kind of like slumped on his side as he says, that's enough exercise for me. I think I'll join Ed in bed.
Wolf whistle.
What do everyone else do?
Archer thinks now is a good time to sleep.
Mm-hmm. The Cyber Bites, do they do sleep mode or do they just shut down?
Okay, we stand up and to get into sleep mode, we start batting around a little shifting cube like that classic screensaver.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You do so in the middle of in the kitchen or the dining room. And
Yeah, we just
Actually,
do
Archer will
something
just wait
screensavery.
for the screensaver to hit the corner.
as you do so,
Come on, hit the corner, hit the corner.
you do so,
Ah!
and as you wait, it feels like forever until you finally hit, and the exasperation is so much that you fall asleep. Siazin, you've been completely silent this entire time. What would you like to do?
Do you mean Tesla?
Tesna. What,
Sorry.
What did you do this entire time after eating all your fill of meat?
She was just kind of hanging around to see if anything else interesting happened, which it did.
Mm-hmm.
But if it getting late, she's not sticking around. She
Well,
don't know these people.
Well, you do have guest rooms though.
Oh right. Sorry, I was making something. I guess she'll retire. She's got some training to do. She can't have these people acting weird,
You go
distracting her.
You go upstairs to one of the guest rooms, and do you train until you sleep, or do you just sleep?
That basically, Tesna basically just practices with her sword and magic while just before bedtime.
You play with your sword before bedtime,
Yep.
Oh God.
and you sleep. Thorn, I believe, is just.
What sword are we talking about here?
We're not talking about any.
My sword.
As
Excalibur.
you see, Thorn is just still laying on the ground.
My sword.
Planking.
And I think that's the perfect place to end it.
We don't know what happened to him. He just kind of
Thank you all for joining my stream. I hope you each had a pleasant day, and catch you next time.